Just a quick reminder that the Non-Canon Expert is back on Twitter and can be found at SW Reading Club, where I, the Non-Canon Expert, continue to ask the hard-hitting questions relating to the Star Wars universe. The Non-Canon Expert's role is certainly being recognized for its importance, with many coming to realize just how necessary this role is. I look forward to seeing you all and discussing all things Star Wars over on Twitter. By the time of the Clone Wars, it's not hard to recognize that most Jedi wielded lightsabers that were either blue or green in color. Whether it was Anakin, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Plo Koon, Kit Fisto, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Stas Ali, Shaak Ti, Jedi Master Hazley and his Padawan Nox, or even the younglings, it seems that the vast majority of Jedi within the Order had a lightsaber that was blue or green by the time that we get to the Clone Wars, rather than a lightsaber of a different color. But why was this the case? Even if we only rely on what is currently canon, we see that a number of other lightsaber colors were potentially available. If we know that Mace had a purple lightsaber, the Jedi Temple Guards had yellow lightsabers, and Ahsoka had white lightsabers, then why didn't more Jedi have lightsabers that were not blue or green at the time of the Clone Wars? In this video expose, I will discuss why most Jedi lightsabers were blue or green by the time of the Clone Wars, and why we didn't see more non-traditional lightsaber colors within the Jedi Order at this time. In order to understand the answer to this question, it is first necessary to understand what gave lightsabers their distinctive color, that is, the kyber crystals within them. Kyber crystals were rare crystals that were attuned to the Force and scarcely located on only a few scattered planets within the galaxy. These crystals were utilized by both the Jedi and the Sith alike in the construction of their lightsabers and were a necessary and crucial component thereof. The kyber crystals were a necessary component in the construction of a lightsaber due to the fact that they concentrated energy within it and also focused energy into the lightsaber's blade. Importantly, it was these kyber crystals, when chosen for the construction of a lightsaber, that gave the blade of the lightsaber its distinct color. But even knowing that it was the kyber crystal within the lightsaber that gave it its color, how was it that the vast majority of lightsabers that we saw utilized by the Jedi by the time of the Clone Wars came to be primarily blue or green, particularly when we know that there were so many other potential colors available to be used? The reason why the lightsabers of the Jedi came to be primarily blue or green by this time was due to the fact that the Jedi came to rely chiefly on the crystal caves on the planet of Ilum for their source of lightsaber crystals, wherein by the time of the Clone Wars, Ilum was the Jedi's principal and predominant gathering place for crystals to be used in the construction of their lightsabers. How Ilum came to be the primary source of crystals for the Jedi Order, and the effect that this had on the color of the Jedi lightsabers by the time of the Clone Wars, was no accident. An ice planet, similar to that of Hoth, located in the unknown regions of the galaxy, Ilum was first discovered by the Jedi 22,800 years before the events of A New Hope, when a Jedi scout felt a strong pull from the Force from within the depths of the unknown regions, to which they later found was strongest on the planet of Ilum. After the scout reported their findings back to the Jedi High Council, and a survey team was subsequently sent to the planet, the Jedi discovered an invaluable trove of kyber crystals within the caves underneath the surface of Ilum that could be used in the construction of the lightsabers for the Order's Jedi. Understanding the importance of what they had uncovered, not only did the Jedi send a team to Ilum in order to protect the caves containing the kyber crystals, they decided to forego reporting the discovery to the Galactic Senate, as would have been custom for the Jedi Order to do. Further, the Jedi Order deleted all records relating to Ilum, hoping to prevent the planet's discovery by those other than themselves. Over the years following the discovery of the Kyber crystals on Ilum, the Jedi Order built temples and enclaves on the planet, which became a pilgrimage destination for those Jedi desiring to construct new lightsabers and intending to use the crystals that were located there. Over the crystal caves of Ilum, the area that was the largest source of Kyber crystals, the Jedi Order constructed a large temple. This temple would go on to host a formal part of a Padawan's training called the Gathering, wherein Padawans would journey on a pilgrimage to Ilum in search of a Kyber crystal of their choosing and use it to build their first lightsaber. Importantly for the purposes of this video, unlike the sources of Kyber crystals that were located on other planets, the Kyber crystals of Ilum were limited to blue and green in color only. Therefore, as Ilum became the Jedi Order's primary and dominant source of Kyber crystals to be used in the construction of a Jedi Padawan's first lightsaber, after thousands of years hosting the Gathering, most Jedi used the blue or green crystals from Ilum, thereby resulting in a majority of blue and green lightsabers coming into use by the time of the Clone Wars. Because the crystal caves of Ilum provided the Jedi Order with vast caves full of Kyber crystals that were of high quality, the use of crystals from other planets became marginalized and exceedingly more rare. Therefore, this created a situation wherein the blue and green Kyber crystals on Ilum were by far the most commonly used crystals amongst the Jedi Order right up until the time of Order 66, resulting in, as we've seen, a vast majority of lightsabers in use by the Jedi by the time of the Clone Wars being blue or green. So there we go, why most Jedi lightsabers were blue or green by the time of the Clone Wars. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for non-traditional lightsaber colors.